What's good, fam? It is your boy Anthony Lynn, and this is Anthony Lynn Unfiltered. I was just up this morning watching news, and I ran across a Republican, Mike Lawler, and he was talking on ABC. So, you know I don't like too much of the fluff. Let's just go ahead and get straight into the video and the reaction. Let's get it, guys.
Thank you for joining us. You were one of the very first Republicans to come out and condemn the president's social media post that had those images of the Obamas as apes. Here's what you said. The president's post is wrong and incredibly offensive, whether intentional or a mistake, and should be deleted immediately with an apology offered. Now, after you said that, they were still defending it, but it did get deleted eventually after about 12 hours. Should the president apologize?
Look, I think sometimes in our public discourse, it is best to just say, I'm sorry. I take the White House at their word that this was a mistake.
And then he went and fucked it up. Listen, don't make excuses for these people. All right, don't make excuses for them. They make enough excuses for their damn selves. All right, it's making you look bad. Real talk. So what district is this guy out of? Rep Lawler. He needs to be voted out. If he's going to co-sign this shit at all, he needs to be voted out. Whoever is in his district, man, I know we got some other reasonable options. I need to look in there and see if I can get other reasonable options up there for you guys to vote for.
But at the end of the day, given the history of our nation, given the insensitivities with some of the stereotypes that have long been promulgated to attack African Americans, I think it's imperative to recognize that and meet the moment. I think sometimes it's just best to say, I'm sorry, and do better. And I think, given the situation, I'm glad they deleted it. But that type of meme or, implication is wrong. And I think whoever created the original meme is an idiot. And really, that type of content should not exist in our country. I think everybody should recognize the history and really do better.
So to keep it 100 with you, let's talk about that. As a content creator, I do believe in freedom of expression. And I also believe one of the reasons we're having the problems today is because we try to suppress the natural racist instincts that some people have. I mean, and how long can you force these people to sit there and lie to themselves? They are who they are. They are who they are. And for this whole time, for the last 40, 50 years, you can't say the N-word, you can't think this, you can't do that. Listen, if you don't want me in your store, just let me know. Just let me know. I'll be happy to keep my money. And if you think I'm less of a person, just like Mr. Trump, he thinks I'm less than a person. That is obvious to me. So don't even worry about it, guys. Me and Mr. Trump, he will no longer get any type of support from me, period, full stop. And this guy's co-signing it. I just got to see where he's going with this content thing, though. Let's keep going, guys.
What do you make of the fact that the White House, about the time you were condemning it, said that people like you were guilty of fake outrage, that this was fake outrage, this was just a simple internet
fake outrage.
I mean, how do we go from there to, and then like many hours afterwards they delete it, but they sure as heck don't seem sorry about it in any way.
They're not.
Look, I think Tim Scott obviously was one of the first people to speak out. I don't think he was engaged in fake outrage. I think the vast majority of Americans recognize.
That's why they had Tim Scott come out first, probably. Man, Tim Scott, he is one of the probably biggest raccoons in American history. I'm a conservative, and I think he's a raccoon. I'm like, come on, my guy. Come on, man. Stop all the... Get up. Anyway, yeah, Tim Scott did come out, and he did make the statements that he made. They weren't enough. And honestly, I think he was full of shit. He did that because he knew this is bad. This is blatant and this is obvious. He knew. That's just what it was. So, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have an issue with everybody in the House and everybody in the Senate who are not performing their task as a check and a balance. This man right here is not performing his task as a check and a balance. As a black man in this country, I'm demanding more. No, I don't want your pleasantries. I don't even want his damn apology at this point. He left it up for 12 hours. He's already told me, I don't want to apologize to you. And he knew. He seen the clip. He posted the clip. Wasn't no damn staffer. Let's start there. Admit that to me, and then maybe I'll give you some credibility. And then start with, we need to impeach this man. Other than that, it's a reflection of your party. It is a reflection of your party. There's no other way to say that.
That type of imagery and trying to, compare the first black president to a gorilla or a monkey.
He didn't try.
Is
he did
insensitive. It's offensive. It's racist. And I think most Americans recognize that. And it was rightly condemned. And as I said in my statement, whether it was intentional.
This is not a condemnable moment, my guy. What in the hell are you talking about? It was rightly condemned. What are you talking about? This is not a condemnable moment.
It's racist. And I think most Americans recognize that. And it was rightly condemned. And as I said in my statement, whether it was intentional or a mistake,
Quit
the
saying
fact
that.
is.
Quit saying that. Stop saying that. It was no mistake. You want to know something? The 53 years that I've been on this planet, I've seen very few intentional mistakes come out the White House. Let's just keep that 100. Too many layers. Didn't happen. It wasn't a mistake. He knew the clip was there. He posted the clip because he knew that his base would like it. And unless you're willing to admit that to me, you're a piece of shit. That's the way I'm calling it. That there is no balls and strikes. Bottom line, y'all gonna make me turn into a Democrat. Y'all gonna make me be a liberal. Y'all gonna make me vote for a whole lot of policies that I don't even like and or want because of dumbass shit like this. Y'all got me up here cussing at I don't know what time in the morning. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, man. And let's finish this out.
It's wrong, and we should all just be able to acknowledge that and move forward.
All right, you've been clear on that. Let me ask you about something else this week. We learned that President Trump told Chuck Schumer, the Senate leader, that he would be willing to unfreeze $16 billion in funding for a major infrastructure project in New York and New Jersey if
what type of
the
excuse are you going to make for this?
If Schumer were willing to endorse the idea of renaming Penn Station, and by the way, Dulles Airport, after Donald Trump. How is that okay?
How in the hell is that okay? That's the question I have for you guys. How is that okay? How is anything going on right now still okay? Listen, anybody that stops and thinks that this country is not in grave distress, I question your sanity. Like I said in my last video, and I am going to put it up on the screen, but like I said in my last video, Trump didn't win despite his flaws. He won because of his flaws. This is what they wanted. This is what they wanted. This is what they were asking for. So guess what? You poked the bear. You poked the bear. I got to tell you, man, Barack Obama was hands down 10 times the president that Donald Trump will ever be. The constant bombardment of insults is just demeaning to us all. Just so you know, he actually made me very proud of this country. I thought we were at a point where we were moving on. I thought we were at a point where we were at some type of racial reckoning. I really did. I really did. And I'm glad that Donald Trump came through to let me know that is not true. I'm glad that he is showing me the reflection of the country that I really live in. So I want to know, man, how many of y'all is co-signing this shit? All right? How many of y'all really agree with this? Drop in the comments and we can finish the discussion there. As always, make sure you like the video and please subscribe to the channel. I put it up here on the screen. I think right here for you to subscribe, maybe a video over here. And I'll see you guys next time.